I see this a lot, you know, rinseless wash or traditional wash. And the question or the thought I have is like, well, you need both because you can't do one without the other. Sometimes you can, depending on the condition of the car and where you're at. And I want to go through those things today. And then I'm going to show you a scenario where rinseless wash can only do so much. And I am the biggest advocate for rinseless washing, period. I think in the world, period. That's my opinion. What is rinseless wash? Rinseless wash, right? These are the new news coming out. We have Eco Wash from Clean Tool, Yum, but your rinseless wash might be Garage Therapy or Nemesis or, you know, DIY, Hero, Hydro, whatever you use, the same applies. Rinseless wash is great for when you are living in an apartment complex and you don't have what I'm about to show you. I'll show you a clip here: mud, dirt, huge grime, where you want to wash your car and all you have is a bucket, 2 gallons of water, grit guard, you know, a sprayer that you go and you spray the car, and a sponge. Great. Rinseless wash is amazing at that. Rinseless wash is amazing for winter washing in the garage where you kicked on dirt, grime, road film. Some rinseless wash struggle with that. Even if you didn't, you'll still have grit and grime under the car, and you'll still need some type of pre-wash or a hybrid wash. And I think that's where it gets misconstrued. They can live together, everyone. These can coexist. Rinseless wash and soap can coexist. It doesn't need to be one or the other. It could be both. So then what is rinseless wash? That's a great question. Rinseless wash is a method to use a solution as your quote unquote soap to take the dirt, grime, grit, grime, whatever, but doesn't require rinsing at the end. You can go in and dry it. What soap is, soap requires you to foam on, contact wash, spray off, then introduce a drying aid or some type of thing to not allow marring to happen. Rinseless wash, it's a Swiss Army in the sense of you can use this for a you use this 64-to-1 for a drying aid. You can use 256-to-1 for a drying aid. Same goes for this one. You can use the same thing for a drying aid. And to clean, where rinseless wash has its limitations is this next part of the video. About 80 degrees outside. You generally, when you're washing any type of car, do it. You can do it in direct sunlight. You're gonna move fast, keep the car wet. I don't want to introduce all this mud to my garage, so I'm gonna show you a portion of the car that rinseless wash isn't gonna. I don't care what you say. It's not gonna do anything to it. We have mud all in the wheel well. You need water for that. We got a lot of mud down here. You need water for all of that, and a soap. Rinseless wash will do good on these areas where you see here where it's like dusty, dirty. It is dirty here, all over here, all over here. It has bugs on the car, bugs on the windshield. Like I said, we haven't washed this in a long time, and there's a bunch of mud all over. Believe it or not, rinseless wash can handle the body. At 100%, I'm going to show you I could take all the dirt off of the car. For me though, if I'm doing this car for my client, even myself, and have water that's accessible, you want to use water. Rinseless wash cannot or does not do well with mud. Just facts. Rinseless wash does well with dirt, road film, etc. I have in my bucket is clean tool, sponge, towel, and this. I'm gonna put it here and just show you. We'll do half the hood here so you can see what I'm talking about. Again, direct sun, so when it's sunny this way, a lot safer because I don't have to worry about rushing. If it dries, I just reactivate, and then you're just applying, and I'll show you what it looks like. You're not doing any aggressive thing. Your rinseless should be good enough that when you're cleaning and you're applying that rinseless, it encapsulates it, brings it into the sponge. Look, even that part, you see that? Rinseless is slick enough. I don't need a drying aid. Don't have to worry about that. And then you can see Even on that dirty part, it did good. From that spot where it was dirty to this spot where I cleaned it, where it doesn't do a good job. So I got mud, dirt, grime. I'm gonna pre-spray this with just my Rinseless. I'm gonna come in, take my microfiber here, and I'm gonna try to wash it. Nothing, doesn't do crap. And that's exactly why you need a hose and you need a high pH cleaner. This ain't gonna do that great at cleaning it. But these right here, it would do a good job, but that, I'm just making it worse. This is where you're going to need a pressure washer. That was extreme exaggeration. No one's ever gonna do that. I just wanna show you an example of wiping it into fender. Doesn't make sense. So I'm gonna spray half with Rinseless, half with soap to show you maybe you could use the Rinseless to do it. Some Rinseless has more cleaning power than others, but I'll show you here. So I'm gonna spray that onto the fender here, and this is some type of degreaser. I'm gonna spray Rinseless wash all over here. Make sure I get it good, get it wet, and then we're gonna see how the Rinseless wash does. Doing a good job breaking it up. It's pretty good. And all they did was pre-spray Rinseless. This one I actually have a degreaser. Let's see how it does. You can actually see that it is actually faster. You can actually see here that it is actually breaking it down a lot quicker. So yeah, so Rinseless wash also did a good job at being used as a pre-spray for mud if you're going to use a pressure washer to knock it down. Again, there's a place for it, and sometimes the place isn't for muddy trucks. I am going to show you a way that I use Rinseless wash in my business every day, and it would make more sense than just assuming one's better than the other. This two products coexist as I do what's called a hybrid wash. I have Loki 10-to-1. You don't need to use it that high. I'm just using it as a pre-soak for the whole car. Loki is because direct sun, Loki does a great job at degreasing. It's a pH around 7.5 to 8. And I've used it a lot to do this kind of wash. Come on, Loki. I'll even grab the wheel wells, grab the tires. And the good thing about Loki is if it dries, I can just reactivate it. And you can see it's going to start breaking it down, start emulsifying. This is Loki sitting on a paint for over 3 minutes, and you can see what it's doing here. You can see it pulling the dirt down. You can see it loosen all that up. You can even tell by the floor there. And this is how I would do a Rinseless wash hybrid: is use Loki pre-soak, come in, and then pre-spray it off, like I said, for as long as I can in direct sun. And the key with direct sun is always keep the car wet so you don't get water spots. And you can see all that. And look, Loki just, man, no job to work. Half the truck is rinsed and the other one has soap in it. I'm gonna do the one that's in direct sun first, just to get it out of the way. And this is how I actually do it. So I pre-sprayed the car. I did a pre-wash using Loki. And now I'm gonna come in with my rinseless wash. And I am going to pre-spray the whole side of the car. And what this does, it helps avoid water spotting because my water is hard. And you want to capture every single, sorry guys, I'm over here walking and talking, not even looking at the camera. It helps capture every single mineral coming from my hard water and gives me time to work. And this will be my contact wash. Put it in a whole glass here, put it on the roof, the whole side of the panel. You're gonna pre-spray all of it. Like I said, the soap is staying long enough and holding on that I don't have to worry about it water spotting. But make sure you put it on the glass, the roof. And now this is how I do my hybrid wash. Come in. And since it's hot out here, section by section. Cool thing about the rinseless wash mitt, I got dirt on it. I don't have to worry about my wash media not surviving. It takes all the dirt off. And then I'm just applying. Starts to haze up or dry like that, I could dry because it comes right off because of the polymers. And that's how I do both. I use both, you have to. One cannot exist without the other. You have it. So in this case, which one was better, rinseless or traditional? I needed water. I needed a lot of it to remove the mud. This is why that debate, what's better, rinseless or soap, is kind of a moot point because you can use both. You could use a foam like a pre-wash, or you could use a rinseless wash as your contact wash. You can use a rinseless wash in the garage, interior, etc. like that. That's what makes a rinseless wash so beautiful and unique, is it has many uses. But you can never get rid of the hose, period. Don't care what you say. Well, the cake could do it. No, 90 PSI is not gonna get the mud off. I don't care what you say. You're gonna need some type of water source, some type of hose, something to help knock off the majority of the grit. And usually I do hybrid washes 95% of the time, where I'm using a soap or a hybrid wash like Loki, Fusion, etc. I foam it on, let it sit, spray it off, and then do a contact wash with rinseless, then dry. That's how I do it in my business. With that said, hope you like this video. It was hot as Satan's crotch outside. Hit that like, hit the subscribe. Everything I use in this video, links in the description below. If you haven't yet, this video here of how I keep clients coming back. We're out.